So there we have it. eBay store is closed for Christmas. Time to get your feet up. But it's a great time to actually reflect and see what I've achieved this year on eBay and on YouTube and put some plans in place for next year. Let's go for it. Hey guys, Ian, the Master of Pieces here. I'm a part-time eBay reseller and I thought today it would be good to just have a recap about what I've achieved this year and what the plan is next year, because my eBay shop is now closed for Christmas. I did decide to close it quite early. Basically, I don't want any of the faff of all the where's my stuff. You know, I bought it yesterday, I want it delivered tomorrow. I don't want any of that. eBay reselling for me has always been a hobby and it has always been part-time. I don't need the money to live off of. So, you know, I don't want to put myself through any of that. I left it open quite late because the sales have been generally quite strong. And I hope yours have been strong over the Christmas period too. I think what has helped myself in particular, because I sell a lot of toys and games, it's prime for presents for Christmas. And people have been buying stuff for Christmas earlier than usual. I found my sales have really popped off in October, peaked in November and started to dip in December. And I think that is because people have done shopping earlier this year because of all the fears about no deliveries, shortage of delivery drivers. People have gotten early and bought their stuff early. And I've enjoyed it, although I am pretty burnt out at the minute. So to sum up how my eBay has gone this year, I'm really pleased with the amount of money profit-wise I've made. I made a target of about £6,000. That's £500 a month. For me being part-time, that is a nice amount of money to make my time worthwhile. Anything less than that, you know, is it really worth it? And I was getting to that stage around middle of summer. I was thinking, is this really worth it? I mean, I do enjoy it as a hobby anyway, and I think I'll always keep going as a hobby. But as a real serious money maker, was it worth it? But this Christmas period has really helped me through, and I have achieved that £6,000 mark. Now, I think there's a couple of reasons what has really picked up since summertime. Firstly, I was using the 250 eBay listings as a bit of a cap. You know, I've got the very basic, the lowest shop account. I think I pay £30 a month or something. I get 250 free listings, and I was using that as the cap. But then I was thinking over some of why am I doing that? I've got a fair bit of backlog. I've got a fair bit of death pile at the time. Why don't I just get that listed on eBay? It costs 12 pence or something per listing. Well, stick it up there. And I managed to get my listings up to about 400. And yes, it cost me whatever 150 times 12 is in cost to list it all. But I was making way more back. And it's not as if I've been short of actually sourcing stuff. And I think I've come to realise that as well. There's always stuff out there. The charity shops don't dry up. The boot sales don't dry up. I've now been doing this long enough that I've got a broad range of things that I go for. And I can usually find bits and pieces. So I think that was one of the main reasons my eBay sales has picked up, because I've just listed a lot more. I've had about 400 listings on average, just ticking over. When stuff sells, I put stuff back up there as well. So that was good. But I also think the quality of the things that I've been picking up has improved as well. And the amount of profit I'm getting per item has increased. So on average, I think I sell stuff for £10, £11 plus postage. That's my average sale. And I'm aiming to get about 60 to 65% profit. So sell something for a tenner, I want £6, £6.50 profit in my pocket. And I think just having more profitable items, I'm selling roughly the same amount of stuff, maybe a bit more, but obviously more profitable items brings more money back to me. So that's the two big things that have really helped me hit that £6,000 mark. Now, the first thing that, well, it's not the first thing. A few people have been messaging me saying, Ian, when are you going to do this full time? And look, full time is not an option for me, right? And it never will be. I know a few of the guys have taken the step and gone full time and are making it work for them. But for me, I just can't see it. Look, £6,000 a month. Keep that in your head. Month. Keep that in a year. Keep that in your head. £6,000 per year profit. And looking at the hours I put into this, let's say 2 hours a night, I think that's reasonable. Listing, packing, doing all the eBay type stuff, 2 hours a night. I spend 6 hours on a Wednesday-ish, 6 hours on a Saturday. So in total, that's not far off 25 hours a week, 100 hours a month to make £500 profit. Or to make £500 profit per month. What's that? That's £5 an hour. I'm nowhere near minimum wage. So to make this any sort of a full-time business, I need to be upping my game as an eBay reseller by 5-6 times. I think I've got a full-time job, and that pays for everything. And I work at that 30 hours per week. So in order for me to justify putting that to the side, no longer doing that, losing the security of that monthly wage plus the pension and everything that goes with it, to go as a full-time self-employed person, the risk involved with that, the amount of money I would need to be getting from that self-employed business would have to be significantly more than what I earn in my day job. So just throw some numbers out. What it would have to be, let's just say 30 grand. Let's say I'd have to make 30 grand off of eBay to make it worth the risk doing, and I'm making £6,000. Yeah, I'm nowhere near it, and I don't think I ever will be near it. So let's just put it out there, it's not for me. Full-time is not for me. I will be doing this part-time because it's a hobby as well. But anyway, enough of that. So that's where eBay has been. And my plan for next year, it's not really to grow. I've come to a level I'm comfortable with. I like the amount of stuff that I'm, the amount of time I'm doing it per evening, the number of items I'm posting. I'm in a good rhythm. So I don't really intend to grow. I just want to sustain this and try and hit that £6,000 again next year. And there's a couple of ways that I want to do that. Mainly, I've stopped working with a dev partner now. Everything I buy is up on eBay. But the problem I'm getting is, rather than having it just not listed, it's sat on eBay not doing much. I've got about 350 or so items here up on eBay. About £3,500 worth of stock on eBay. £10 plus postage-ish per item. And it's just sat here. It's sat in the garage. It's not selling. So what I need to do more of is go back into some old listings and tweak some things, change the prices now and then. I need to really look after the stock I've got. And I've kind of don't do that much. So I'm tempted to just do a blanket sale, 20% off. 20% off everything. Get some of this shifted, get some in the door. So, and then to stabilize as well, I just need to keep hitting my charity shops, keep hitting the boot sale, keep the listing going, just keep the momentum going. And if that does mean that I need to drop time off of YouTube, that's what I'll do. And that's what I've been doing recently, if I'm honest with you. Christmas has been so busy. I wanted to get as much listed because I'm selling more. And something has to give. So it has been YouTube. But YouTube does have an important part in my eBay business. Certainly not a money side of things. Let's go through how YouTube has been. So I've gained 1,000 or so subscribers. So guys, thanks ever so much for your support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for leaving your comments, your likes. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. And I think it's really, really useful to get that engagement. For me, YouTube, I use it as a motivator. I like to show you stuff, so it means that I have to go out and source some stuff and buy some stuff. I need to be selling stuff, so I've got stuff to show you. That is the main reason I do it. It's a motivation tool, no other reason. It's not monetary. I know that I am monetized. I make £30 a month. It's no money whatsoever. But I do enjoy it as well. And a couple of things that I've really enjoyed this year are the Hot Wheels reseller drag race. I know it has had mixed opinion. The views weren't particularly good, but I really enjoyed it. And I know there is going to be at least 2 more drag races or Hot Wheels events for resellers I've got planned next year. So stay tuned with that. There may be a third as well. We'll see how they go. So I will host that again next year. And I'm also tempted to give YouTube Shorts a go. Never tried them before. I know a couple of guys have done it and it's really boosted their views and it's got more subscribers, that type of thing. I think there's a real value in it, particularly around just showing quick, sharp, snappy sales. So I'm going to give that a try. But all in all, I'm pleased with how YouTube has gone, and I hope to keep it growing and just keep it interested for you and also interested for me. The Instagram channel, you know, it's not really been particularly great. Yeah, I've been having a steady trickle of followers on it, but for me, I use Instagram to comment on other people's posts. I like engagement like that. I like the direct messaging of other resellers and just chatting about stuff. So I will keep up with Instagram, and I'll try and put a few more posts on there as well. But I've really got to try and find where the value is for me on Instagram. Bit like, you know, it's the same as I've found my value on YouTube. I want to find it on Instagram. The other bit I wanted to cover today really was just wider investments. And the past, well, not even a year, it would be 18 months, maybe even 2 years, I've been putting a lot of time and effort into football cards and football stickers. That's sending stuff off the PSA as well, sending stuff off to SGC, getting graded cards back. Now, I've not actually sold any of my graded cards. And I think now, or this next year, will be the time to do that. There's some events coming up. You've got the World Cup at the end of the year, for example. The football card, you know, card market is still going up-ish. It's not as strong as it was before, but you know, who knows, it might kick on again. But I really need to look at what I've got and what I want to do with it, and particularly because I've got about 50 or so cards hopefully coming back from PSA next year as well. So yeah, that should be quite a fun one. That's going to be something to play with. One thing I will not be progressing next year will be Pokemon cards. I think they've had their time as an investment, really. I imagine, just look at all the new product that comes out. It's snapped up straight away. People are opening it, people are grading it, people are just sitting on it. And for me, too many people are doing that now to make that really worthwhile. It wasn't like a couple of years ago where the cards prices were still quite low. You could buy them, grade them and sell them. Everyone's doing it now. So for me, I'm getting out of that game. I think there's way more potential in other markets. So that's what I'm going to be exploring. So yeah, that's where I plan my eBay to go next year. That's where I want my social media to go. That's where I want my investments to go as well. I mean, one thing that I've always found interesting with eBay reselling is I don't know really where it's going to take me. That's why I don't really set many goals. You know, I mean, I've really found myself getting back into Transformers again. I didn't see that coming. I've had a little spat with Lego as well. I didn't see that coming. So I keep my mind open. Whatever I've taken interest in, I will just throw myself into as well and just enjoy it, because that is what it's about as well. You got to enjoy it. So guys, thanks ever so much for listening. I know it's been a bit rambly. Yeah, so again, guys, thank you very much for your support. I really hope you have a great Christmas. Let's catch up again in the new year. If you enjoy the content, obviously hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch up with you after Christmas. Have a good one. Bye-bye.